Look, I've been fussing for 5 minutes trying to get my hair right because I've put the camera on. I don't care. Hold on. I don't care. Hello and welcome to Undressed with Edwina Clare. I'm your host, Edwina Marston. This podcast aims to empower women through honest chats. This platform is a safe space for all, and we'll be sharing our unpopular opinions and raw feelings about fashion, sex, motherhood, and more. All right, let's get undressed. So, before we get into this topic of today, I wanted to do a quick therapy update. It's Friday today. I had therapy on Monday. I'm pretty sure that's just how the wheel's going to work with this podcast. I'm really frustrated about my hair. Hold on. Ugh. All right. Don't know what I look like because I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking at my notes. So don't judge me. I'll do whatever. So I want to talk about therapy. Right, okay. So I've written some dot points here. Spoke about documents. Oh, so I spoke about that was really loud. I spoke about the documents that I gave her, which she was the most important thing that she decided to point out was that I'm intelligent. That all those tests that I've done is that I'm actually like not dumb. Like I've got above average intelligence. I mean, I could told you that, but like I'm not stupid. I sometimes like to act it, but I'm not stupid. So that was the thing that she decided to tell me that stood out to her, and I thought that was pretty funny. Bless her. I love it to absolute pieces. Anyway, she believes that I have some sort of anxiety disorder. Again, I probably could have told you that. I just need to get my coffee. You want me in there? Oh, my microphone fell. That really hurt. Alrighty. Note to self. Take headphones off to move. I won't ever remember to do that. But we're going to do it right now. What a shambles. Okay, start again. No, we won't start again. Don't have time for that. I've got an appointment to go to. So she believes that I've got some sort of anxiety disorder, which apparently is ADHD is like generally linked to something else. Like it's comorbid, I think that's what they call it. So it likes to link with other mental health issues, which is cool. That's fine. She wants me to go to the doctors for some medication, which without trying to regurgitate something that I'm pretty sure Abby Chatfield said, but I don't want it to change my personality. I don't think that's necessarily I don't think that that's an unhelpful thought. I think that's actually just like something that I'm a bit worried about. Like the fact that I am absolutely batshit crazy is part of my personality. The fact that I talk a million miles an hour and that I have a lot of thoughts all at once, I feel like it's become my personality. So I don't really know if medication's going to help me or just make me feel like not myself. I'm not sure. But she also talked about my therapist, she also started talking about ADHD scaffolding, so helping me deal with daily tasks, and she gave me this like Monday, Tuesday, like weekly planner, which is like morning, midday, evening, or morning, afternoon, evening, or something like that, and like tasks that I can get done. But like I'm writing my tasks, but she was like, "Don't feel shit if you don't get everything done that's on your list." And I'm just like, I feel like shit every day because I don't get anything that's done on my list. But I'm more of like a 5 a.m. coffee, 5:05 shower, 5:10 beauty team. Like I'm like to the 5 minute. I can't just listen because then I'll just do what's fun and never get the thing done that I need to get done. And that's why everything has to have like a specific set time. Sometimes I don't allow myself enough time to do things, and that's where it comes unraveled. I have never learned from that mistake. Anyway, so into today's topic, which is dressing after children. The reason I'm doing this topic now is because I thought I'd keep on the fashion trend, the the fashion this is where ADHD medication would come in handy. So the step focused. Like the fashion subject from the last podcast, because the last podcast was all about sustainable fashion. This is about dressing after children. I am going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then I'll give you some tips, tricks, and opinions on dressing after kids. Take or leave whatever you want. I don't want anyone coming for me. Not that anyone listens to my podcast yet. Story time. Sips coffee. I had so much trouble dressing after my son. After my son was born, didn't know what to do. We were in lockdown, so things were a little bit harder, and I couldn't like go and buy things in store. Well, we could, and then we couldn't, and then we couldn't, and then we couldn't. I'm in Melbourne, so we had like 400 lockdowns. So my weight went up dramatically, and I've written here as it does with children, but I also knew women who have lost the amount of weight that I gained. So my body was an entirely different shape. Like I went from having a waist and being quite like a little pear shape. I went to an apple. I lost my waist entirely, and I put on about 20. I think I put on 19 kilos. Your body changing that much where you don't have the opportunity to like go out and try something on in a dressing room, and everything's you have to buy online, and like you're buying things that don't fit all the time, and then you're not leaving the house to like go return them. I was just being lazy. So that was really hard. Like the fact that my body shape actually changed, and that I couldn't just go, oh, that looks good on that model, that's going to look good on me because of her body shape. It's not like I just didn't know what to do. I honestly didn't know what to do. The other thing was my boobs were bigger and that shaped differently. Like, yeah, they were just different. They were just completely different. And bigger. So we're in lockdown, and I found it really hard to be able to find clothes that fit me. And I just never bought a bra. Like I never bought. I had maternity bras that fit me, and then I just kept wearing my maternity bras. Like, as I said in my last podcast, I actually bought jeans not that long ago online that didn't fit me. So I don't think I'm ever going to get it right with jeans, because now I know my body type, and it's relatively back to sort of what it was, but I'm, 3 dress sizes bigger than I ever was, blah, 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 blah. I don't want this to be about weight. It's just about how your body is different. So I don't think I'll ever get it right with buying jeans online. I just need to go to the shop and try them on. Something that I did, what I found really hard after having my son. So with the weight gain and obviously the growing of the baby, stretch marks everywhere, all over my belly. I am really proud of them now, but when my body was first like expanding and the stretch marks were like unstoppable, it was like I wake up and I'd be like, oh my God, they're so much worse than they were yesterday. Didn't matter what I did. Don't tell me to drink water. I needed to drink water. Don't tell me I needed to moisturize, because shut up. I think it's an airplane. I don't know if you can hear that, but oh my God. So personally, I wear a lot of crop tops. I'm actually wearing one right now. I love crop tops. I have always worn them. But for a while there, I was just so embarrassed of my stretch marks that I didn't wear them. They faded now. And I mean, stretch marks are nothing to be embarrassed of. Like now I know that stretch marks are nothing to be embarrassed of. They're a part of life. I've always had them on my hips. My partner has them. Basically, between nothing fitting me and because I didn't buy anything that fit me. I feel like I was maybe in this stage where I didn't know that I was bigger. It was like I knew that I was bigger, but I didn't want to be bigger. So I didn't buy bigger clothing, where you should just buy the clothing that fits you. You don't fit your body to the clothing. I said that last week, and I believe it. So between nothing fitting me and not knowing how to buy for my new body, or not wanting to buy for my new body, and trying to cover my stretch marks, I literally lived in activewear and midi skirts. And I tell you right now, midi skirts are not my vibe. They are not my vibe. They make me look like a bloody peg leg situation, like a, what do you call them? Like a pirate with a little out the bottom. It's really bad. It's really bad. I felt like, and this might just be me, but whatever. I felt like, because I'm a fashion design student and I generally like to dress up, and I didn't know how to, I felt embarrassed by that. I feel like I was doing the best I could with what I had at the time, and, you know, like, we're in lockdown. But what I'm trying to say is, fashion student or not, you shouldn't be embarrassed about trying to learn your body after having children. You have to relearn your body. Sometimes you have to learn to love your body again. And I found that really difficult in itself. Like, because I just did not look like I didn't look like I had ever looked before. But it's not a bad thing. Just because I've had to learn to love my body again, and just because my body does look different doesn't mean that I'm any less valuable as a human. You just shouldn't feel embarrassed for trying to learn your body again after children. The end. Okay, I also feel like there's this misconception that mums have to start dressing conservatively, or if we put in effort, it has to be like a mum outfit, or like sexy mama, or whatever. Nah. The fact that I'm a mum is not my entire personality. I'm still a whole person outside of my children, and I can wear whatever the fuck I want. Whether we feel comfortable, whatever I feel comfortable in, and whatever makes me happy. Whatever that may be. I mean, if you want to make being a mum your entire personality, you do you, but I still have my entire personality and my hopes, dreams, aspirations, outfits outside of my children. So as mums, we can wear whatever we want, whatever we feel comfortable with, and whatever makes us happy, whatever that may be. That is if I don't get anything across to anyone in this podcast, that is what I want to get across. If I only get one thing across, that is what I want to get across today. Is that we can do whatever we want with our clothing. Doesn't matter that we're a mum. My next point is that I'm going to kind of contradict myself here a little bit, but you will get what I mean. So my next point is, get rid of the clothes that no longer serve you. I have put on 3 dress sizes since my babies. Despite what society says, this is not a bad thing for 2 reasons. Firstly, I was too thin before I had my babies. I was not eating a lot, and I was living mostly off smoothies, cigarettes, and coffee. So now I may have a little pooch, but I'm healthier now than I ever have been. Secondly, my partner prefers something to grab. That is all. My partner prefers a little bit of curve. So feeling sexy for him, like knowing that he finds me sexy makes me feel sexy. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I believe you should get rid of the clothes that no longer serve you. Like the dresses that are too small, and if you have no desire to drop the weight, like I have no desire to fit into that, that teeny tiny dress that I wore that time on our first date or whatever. Like I love it, but it doesn't serve me anymore. It's going to look a lot better on someone else's body rather than hanging on a coat hanger in my wardrobe, never being worn again. It's just taking up space. But on the flip side, before you rummage through your wardrobe and be brutal and get rid of everything that's too big or too small, or just wait. Think about it first. And if you've just had a baby, wait at least 6 months. Like, do not go through your wardrobe 2 weeks after you've had a baby and get rid of all the things that don't fit you, because you never know what your body's going to look like when the hormones finally subside. Just let your body settle before you go, ripping everything off, your coat hangers. Again, I know women who have lost the same amount of weight as I put on in my pregnancy. I know other women who went from an A cup to a double D and never went back down. In this situation, do not go to Kmart for your bras. Go get fitted by a professional. If your boobs are completely different, like mine are, just go to one of those lovely ladies who you know is going to touch your boobs, but who is going to fit you properly. Just do yourself a favor. You'll thank yourself. The other thing that I just wanted to touch on is, and something that I'm so guilty of not doing, just fixing my headphones. I'm so guilty of not doing this, but for waiting too long, I just invest in your undies. Buy something that makes you feel good and that fits. My undies got so stretched while I was pregnant. And it's nice to get rid of some of the old ones and get the new ones. And you can, that Underwear for Humanity, that's where you send them. The baby's awake if you can hear her in the background. Where was I? I found that in the process of trying to love my body again, and the process of trying to get used to how I looked and, fall in love with it, I dressed up. Like, I dressed myself up. I went and bought myself some new undies that made me feel good and that fit me and that weren't stretched and, falling down all the time. So go buy some undies that will make you feel amazing. So I personally live in jeans. I have worn jeans most days since the day I left high school. This might have something to do with my hospitality background. But high-waisted jeans make me feel some kind of way. They just do. And I just get really confident, and it looks good with my crops, and I just love jeans. My point is, after kids being 3 dress sizes bigger than I was before becoming pregnant, my jeans didn't fit anymore. The best thing I did for my confidence after my son was born was to go and take the time to find a pair of jeans that fit right and brought back my confidence. Do the same with your staple pieces of clothing, be it leggings, jeans, whatever. Just invest in yourself, and through investing in your wardrobe. And my last point, the last thing I have to say today, guys, is treat yourself. You have just grown an entire human. Whether you push it out or cut it out, you grew an entire human. This is separate to your new undies and your new jeans that you're buying, or your leggings or whatever. Go treat yourself with something actually really lovely. For me, it was I bought a pink linen dress from a little boutique in Mount Eliza, and I adore it. It's like long sleeve, but it's short and summery, and it flows nicely. So I fell in love with it like instantly. So I treated myself to it after my son was born. So yeah, just remember, you've grown a human, you deserve it. Until next time, Edwina.